just sitting here now, like not knowing what to do.
Dude, you can tell me about the cigars.
Yeah, that's right. Literally, there's 80 of them.
But how did she manage to get 80 different cigars?
She won an auction.
Oh, an auction.
It was an online auction from I think it was from Cigar Aficionado, to be honest. Yeah, and it was literally I opened this gigantic box on Christmas morning, and it was just cigar after cigar after cigar.
How do you keep them?
In a humidor, and now I've got the rest of them in a bag with paper towels. I need to buy another humidor. Hey, are we live? Sweet!
Cigars.
You caught us in the middle of a cigar conversation. How you doing?
That?
We don't have the gong next to us, otherwise I'd throw something and hit it across the room. But how are you guys doing? Welcome to a special Thursday Alliance show. Joining me today is the always lovely Sylvester, and to my right, your left, the world famous Carlos Costa. How you doing, man? It's good to see you.
I'm good. Nice to be back in Austin.
Glad to see you, man. I know
Welcome
we were
back
already
to the
talking
States.
before this, but yeah, it's always good to have you back here at the Beardbrand office.
Nice and chilly.
Yeah, I appreciate you taking my microphone, making me hold this reporter microphone. I'm gonna just look really weird for the rest of this episode. But guys, it's
Jack's got a penis.
hang on. We'll talk about that later, or maybe never.
Never.
Calm yourself, man. It's 2019. You got to be careful what you say.
know.
All right. So it is officially the very first Alliance show episode of 2019, and we've got a really good one for you guys today. We're talking about all sorts of new things that we've got planned for ourselves, for Beardbrand, for all sorts of things. I mean, it's going to be really cool because not only are we talking about what we're doing, but we're going to kind of delve into the idea of like these New Year's resolutions ideas. And we were talking about this a little bit before. You know, you don't like the term New Year's resolution.
I don't know.
No.
It's just, I don't know why. It just doesn't sound right to me.
Well, we'll get into that a little bit later once we get into the special topics. But hold that thought for a minute because, guys, as always, we are still doing our giveaway. It's the first one of 2019. Check out down in the description. Follow that link. Give us the three things: your name, your email address, and your YouTube channel username. You do not have to stick around, but hey, put it in there. You guys get the chance to win one of three $50 gift cards to the Beardbrand website. We will announce those at 45 minutes in. We may go a little bit over this time, so bear with us. Hey, it's the first episode in 2 weeks, so we got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
That being said, man, should we jump into some style consultations right off the bat? What do you think?
We should, yeah.
All right, let's do it. So, guys, if you don't know, style consultations are where we have people send in pictures. I don't know if you guys saw the promotion for this about 2 weeks ago. You can send in pictures to style@beardbrand.com with some key things. What are those key things that we're looking for, Sylvester?
Yeah, so we're looking for a couple of things.
Okay.
We're looking for, obviously, a couple of photos.
Absolutely.
Preferably with your clothes on.
Yes, we've got them without. It's weird, but, you know.
And also, be sure to let us know a couple of things. Let us know...
what do we need?
What do we need? It's
yeah,
been
so
2 weeks. We're 2 weeks.
I know,
gone,
2 weeks and it's all hazy, you know.
No, we definitely need. Let us know your age. That's
the biggest one, or not biggest, but we need that one.
Of
yeah.
growing your beard or your hair, right?
Yeah.
So let us know your age.
Right.
Let us know how long you've been growing for in that photo.
Your beard or your hair.
Yeah, your beard or your hair.
both.
That also
Probably both.
also helps us too. And then be sure to let us know what you're going for. What style are you going for? Are you going for a long yeared, or are you going for just maybe a mustache, or are you just trying to? Are you struggling with a certain area of grooming your beard, your hair, or you're not restricted to just beards and hair, right?
Fashion.
These
guys are pretty fashionable.
No beard. Send your photo to style@beardbrand.com. And like Jack said, this is the portion where we give guys advice. And if you're listening for the first time by way of podcast, be sure to check us out every Tuesday. Today's a special case because it's Thursday, post the holidays. Every Tuesday on the Beardbrand YouTube channel at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we go live. But if you're not able to join us live, you can catch it on podcast form, right?
Yeah, or afterwards, we post it right on YouTube and watch the whole thing over again.
Yeah, you can watch it right after we air live, or catch it in podcast form on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud. You can download that in podcast form, and we're pretty excited about the rest of this year, right? We've got a lot of good things.
It's going to be a big year for us, yeah. All right, so that being said, why don't we jump into our first one? So the way this is going to work is Josh, the man with the plan behind the camera. Do you want to show yourself real quick, Josh?
Yeah, say hi, Josh.
You're looking sharp today.
He dressed up for the
stream. Yeah, I was going to say,
today.
Josh got all dressed up, and there's Randa back there as well.
Back here.
Look at that guy.
Wow.
Yeah, he's even rocking a little facial hair. All right.
Just the Van Dyke a little bit.
Just a little Van Dyke. All right.
Looking good.
So the way this is going to work is Josh is going to read the email that these guys send in, and then we will describe them for you for you audio listeners, and then we'll go ahead and offer the style consultation. Okay? So, leading off, who was our first guide?
All right, so this is Trevor.
Hey,
He
Trevor.
sent in multiple photos, but I
right.
combined two that I feel showcase his style the best.
Okay.
Because he had four, and so I thought that was a little too much to combine all into one, so I made
Good
it
deal.
into two. Yeah.
All right.
Hello, my name is Trevor. I'm
Hey,
34
Trevor.
years old and just started to grow out a full beard for the first time.
Okay.
I've had a goatee for quite some time and started growing a full beard out for Movember. But on Thanksgiving Day, I made the mistake of trying to shave in some cheek lines and messed
Uh-oh.
up on one side.
I've been there.
It wasn't so bad, so I left it that way for about a week.
Okay.
Once my cheeks started growing back, I decided to shave it down to a 1 to try and even it back out. It's been about a week since I shaved it to a 1, and I'm going to let it grow back without messing with it to see how it comes in. I would like to grow it out a lot more. I'm really liking the beard look. My biggest concern at the moment is my hair. I've been cutting it with a 2 on the sides and a finger length on top, with the side faded in for many years now. I would really like a change, but I have no idea what would be good style for me.
Okay.
I have been just letting it grow in the meantime while trying to figure it out. Any suggestions or any help or suggestions you could give me on the beard or hair would be greatly appreciated.
Okay. All right. Let's go back to those two pictures of Trevor. All right. So, Sylvester, would you like to describe Trevor for our audio listeners, and then Carlos and I will lead off the style consultation.
Yeah, so Trevor is, as he mentioned, he is 34 years old,
Okay.
and he is a pretty handsome-looking guy.
The strapping young lad.
I don't know if this is ginger hair colored based on the photo, but it does look like it's got
like
Yeah, it's like an
a
orangish.
brown, dark
Orangish brown.
like
Yeah.
a brown.
Yeah,
but he's-
going to orangey. Yeah.
But he does have he has let the hair grow out. It is about, I would say, maybe about 3.5 to 4 inches on top, and then it looks like he may have grown this out from a one guard type of fade. Not sure. We don't have those details, obviously, but I am going based on assumption. But I'm trying to give you the analogy or the picture that it's shorter on the sides, longer on the top. It is grown. Can't see any lines or anything like that from a fade. It looks like he hasn't gotten a haircut in a little while. And then, as he mentioned, this is the first time he's growing out his beard, right? So you can see that it's maybe about, I would say about 3 weeks, 2 weeks in this photo. So it hasn't completely filled in, but he is cleaning up the neckline. It doesn't look like he's cleaning up the cheek line because it fills in naturally. But there are some spots there. It looks like a 3-week-old beard. 4-week-old beard. He is wearing a black T-shirt, and man, dude, I think this is a photo from the restroom.
I think so.
Yeah.
It does look like a
Might
restroom
be a photo from the restroom.
One of those candid restroom photos. Okay, so Carlos, let's you and I kick this off with some style consultations. So the biggest thing that Trevor's looking for is kind of a new hairstyle. What immediately jumps out at you? Like, what do you think?
For me, as he's not had the haircut in a while, I think he should just let it grow a bit more.
Okay.
Tidy up just around the ears, and I would let it actually all grow from the top and the sides and kind of do a slick back.
Yeah.
Okay.
But without a parting.
Yeah.
So all slick back from
Yeah.
sides and top. I think that will suit the shape of his face as well while he's growing the beard. So
Yeah, and he's
just, for me,
definitely
just
got
to
the
tidy
hairline.
up and be persistent on growing it for a slick back.
He's definitely got the hairline for it. I mean, it's kind of a
Yeah.
mature hairline. It's not like a widow's peak or high temples or anything like that, but I think it's I don't know. I do agree with you on that slick back. Originally, I was going to say maybe he should get it cut shorter, but I actually do like the the
Yeah, I
slick
think
back
long from the sides. It doesn't have to be super long, but like so of this length, kind of, yeah, and just grow it from sides and top. No parting, always just slick.
Yeah. How about the beard?
I think will look cool.
I mean, you can see. So Trevor said that he messed up the cheek lines on Thanksgiving Day. I think this is after the cheek line incident, so it's actually looking really nice.
Yeah, it's
I
looking-
think
Yeah, I
it's
think
growing-
he's
I could-
he's
I
happy
could-
with the beard anyway.
Yeah, it's growing
yeah.
in well. I don't think he needs to touch that at all. Just continue to let that grow. And man, if you wanted to go for any particular style, he rocks a mean goatee. So, Trevor, I think that's all good right there, man. Try that slick back style if you want. See how that works out for you.
I think it will look cool.
Yeah,
Really
give
do.
it a shot. Any closing thoughts?
No, man, I would agree with Carlos's thoughts there that a really cool slick back hairstyle would look rad on him. I mean, if you wanted to switch it up, you might be able to even do a side part without cutting the line in it, just to change it up on a certain day. But slick back, not too slick back, not like stuck against your head slick back, but maybe
No,
with
yeah,
some
yeah.
maybe with some
Bit of
sea
volume.
salt spray.
Yeah.
To give it a little volume and kind of bring it together with some styling balm along the sides, not on the top, but on the sides, would look really cool.
I was trying to think of someone to give it as a reference, but
I was gonna say maybe Mark Wahlberg. Do we have a note, Josh? You
No,
okay?
I have a reference.
Oh, you do.
Nice.
Yeah, he kind of reminds me a bit like Prince Harry.
Oh yeah, just
I
a
could
little
see
bit.
that.
I see what you're saying.
could see
Yeah,
that.
especially on that
The left one.
the left side
But
picture.
Yeah, definitely.
What haircut though?
In terms of hairstyle, I would say
Oh, in terms of hairstyle.
Yeah.
like a slick back. Someone rocks a slick back really well. Mark Wahlberg does wear a pretty good slick back, but he wears his a little bit more wet than I would want.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man, you don't see too
Hard to
many.
pull names down right now, but
Yeah, especially
well, at
put
least
on the
famous
spot.
names, right?
You know what? If I think of one, I'm just going to yell it out without any context.
You know what, Trevor? Go over to our Beardbrand YouTube channel and type in Beardbrand or type in CXBB 2018. One of the fellas in there actually had a very cool hairstyle. He's got a big blonde beard.
Oh, Greg?
Yep, Greg Tiberville. He might even be in the chat here. But yeah, check out that video, and I think that would actually be a pretty solid goal to reach for a hairstyle.
All right, good deal. All right, so Trevor, that being said, style consultation.
Shall we gong him? Gong.
Gong. I don't even know where the gong. Oh, I see. It's way on the other side of the room. All right, whatever. Pretend
We'll get it
there's
next
a gong.
week.
Yeah, we'll throw something at it. All right.
We can run over there and bring it.
All right, on to the next one. Sweet. Oh, wow.
Yeah, he had a before and after, and it was
Oh,
amazing,
man.
and I really wanted to include it.
So wait, is the right side the before?
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna say, I'm like, oh, did he shave off his beard?
No.
Okay, so they're just in the opposite order.
Goose.
Okay.
All right. Hey there, Beardbrand folks. My name is Christian Four. I'm
Hey,
24. 20. His name is Christian Four, and he's 24.
Hey, same age as me.
Anyway, I'm 24 years old and live in Christiansburg, Virginia.
Hey,
I'm 7 months into my beard, and I'm really pleased with my growth so far.
okay.
I would say my beard is medium textured and not extremely thick on the cheeks, but pretty thick in the chin area. One of my favorite things about my beard is my blonde front and mustache.
All
I
right.
think it gives really cool character, and I don't know. It gives really cool character that I didn't know it had when it was shorter. After my beard is done, I will definitely be taking my beard way back to a shorter, athletic-looking beard. It's just too much to deal with.
I know that, man.
I've included some pictures from the beginning of the year and today.
Okay.
I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for your time.
All right, so 7 months in, 24 years old. Name is Christian. Let me explain this guy's look for you guys real quick. So in this thing that we're looking at, we have two pictures. The one on the left is a massive beard, big blonde beard actually, with the mustache actually almost being, I wouldn't say translucent, but like whitish, like a whitish blonde. Really, really close crop sides, like almost down to skin. I'm almost thinking that's like a mid-skin fade. And on top, he's actually kept a bit of the volume, yeah? It's kind of a, oh man, is that a pompadour? Is that like a variation of a pompadour? Kind of a faux hawk pompadour mix kind of thing?
Definitely a high,
Correct me
high
if
fade,
you guys
right?
see anything wrong, yeah?
Definitely a type fade.
Yeah, absolutely. Good structure, though. This beard has
Yeah.
definitely got the makings of a beard, though. It's got that, the rectangular shape that you see with a lot of natural beards where they don't have any shape on the sides. And the mustache is actually pretty long, goes all the way out to the sides of his cheeks. And then on the right-hand side, we actually got it with no beard at all. And wow, I actually really do like this guy with the beard. It's a great look. I mean, it's a handsome guy without the beard, but I do prefer the bearded look. Beard is probably 3 inches off the face. It's pretty dense. Right, the densest part I would say is in the chin. And there's actually a good bit of wave in there. Okay, becomes a little bit thinner at the ends, but there's really no patches I can see in this one. All right.
Nice.
So, what was he specifically looking for again, Josh?
Let me go back to the email. Let's
Yeah,
find out.
let's
I think
find
he's
out.
growing out his beard. And
He is
just,
growing out the beard.
Wanted some thoughts.
Yeah.
Okay, so just kind of general comments.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Good deal. You want to kick us off?
Yeah, I'll kick it off. Unless you want to go.
No, I'm good.
Man, I think if anybody's watching this and you're able to see the photo, Josh, I'm assuming they're able to see both photos. I think this is a pretty cool idea. So if you're watching for the first time, take note. And this is a good suggestion. Take a photo, maybe if you have one before with no beard, and then show us with the beard. That really goes a long way because then we can actually see your face structure, and maybe that's something we can start asking for in the style consultations is for you to send a before and after. Because dude, holy hell, dude, it's night and day difference. If you're 7 months into growing your beard, you're right in that. You're probably going right through that awkward phase, and I would encourage you just to keep growing. 7 is my lucky number, so consider it luck and keep going for the next 4 months. Is that right?
Just about.
So the beard looks really cool, and what makes for me what stands out the most is, and I could be completely wrong. This is just based on the photo, but you really do appear to be a little more like confident and a little more like
there's something about
focused.
that second picture, isn't there?
And that's one of the things about growing out your beard for an entire year is it really teaches you patience and discipline. And it's so much more than just growing out your beard and growing out your hair. It teaches you really to kind of focus, and that's what the photo's conveying to me, man. So I would just, with that said, I don't see any judgment here, like any criticism to give. It's a really cool looking beard on you. The stash is looking great as well. It looks like you're styling it all awesome, and it looks like you might have a flannel fleece jacket on, so I dig that. I tend to lean more towards black, so my only recommendation would be to throw like a white or black shirt on, but that's my style preference. Neither here or there.
Cool.
What do you think, Carlos?
I think he looks really good for a 7-month grow.
Especially at 24
I think the
years old.
difference also in these two pictures, so he's got the beard and he changed the hairstyle, which complements the beard, like growing a bit wary.
Yeah.
The sides faded, and the top with the pump and a bit of a mess. He looks like a cool Viking to me.
Yeah,
it is Viking-ish.
So,
yeah.
I think you look really cool, dude.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
Maybe even get like a
I
little
think
braided
that
one.
haircut really suits that type of beard.
It kind of reminds me of the one that Eric used to wear, Eric Benholtz.
Yeah, like that old picture, right?
Yeah, the older picture
that's
of Eric.
my favorite picture of Eric ever.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, kind of not messy beard, but messy beard, structured hair.
Yeah, you want to work with those contrasting things. So
Yeah.
when you're doing the year, keep an eye on the hair. Don't do what I did and become a hobo at the end. And then look really weird at the end in your last few videos.
But I also agree with Sylvester. I think that blue doesn't really complement the rest of what you got going on. So maybe a white or black T-shirt would probably go better there for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I was sitting here thinking too, like the guy has blue colored eyes. So if you were wanting like a pop of color to like change up, going from a black and white shirt, the blue works. But again, with that flannel, it's really just depends on the occasion, right? Like, if you're going out.
Well,
for
we're
the
looking
night,
at that specifically.
Yeah, exactly. He might not wear that every single day.
Yeah.
And if he does, change out of the shirt every once in a while.
Yeah, and Coca-Cola's cool too. He's got a Coca-Cola shirt, but I like Dr. Pepper.
All right. Some guys like Coke, some guys like Pepsi. All right. Either way, Christian, with that being said, that is a style consultation in the bag.
Gong.
Let's gong him if there was a gong.
Yeah.
All right. On to the third one. Josh, ready? Oh.
Easy there.
Yeah.
Hey, don't spill your kombucha all over that thing.
Yeah, are you sure that's kombucha though?
Man, let me just take a minute though. This is like the most Austin, Texas thing in the world. Like 3 dudes like sitting, like giving beard advice, drinking kombucha. Me holding this microphone, looking like a weirdo. Doesn't get much better than this.
You look like a good weirdo, man. You got a haircut.
I did.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll talk about that in a minute. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, we'll get into that later. All right, let's do that. Let's do the third.
All right, this is Don.
Hey, Don. How you
Hey
doing?
guys, my name is Don, and I'm in my late 50s.
Oh, hey, Don.
I'm from Pennsylvania, and I've been growing my beard for 3 months. I have not trimmed.
All right.
Any ideas on the fact that I am looking to grow out my beard?
Okay.
Looking at the possibility of right now the top of my hair real short. What? Looking at the possibility of right now the top of my hair real short on the sides, maybe a 1. Oh, so top and sides.
Okay.
Maybe a 1. What do you think? Sent from my iPhone, Don.
Thanks, Don. All right, Carlos, do you want to describe Don for us?
Don is the silver fox.
He is a silver fox. Got kind of a Sean Connery look to him, doesn't he?
Yeah, with Don, he's got kind of a roundish shape head. I think the hairstyle is nearly there.
Yeah.
To be honest, I would just let it grow a little bit longer, keep the size short, and the beard exactly the same length as that on the sides with the hair.
Yeah, it looks really good.
I really like the length of his beard.
It looks nice.
I'll probably trim the mustache
Okay.
off the lip a little bit, like so of these.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you'd look super dapper. Let grow the sides of the mustache too.
Mm-hmm.
So you can have the option of have it down.
But trim the middle a little bit more.
Yeah, just down, blend it into the beard, or you can have the option of twizzle it up.
What do you think of those? What do you think of the natural cheek lines, guys?
I would bring it down a tiny bit.
Yeah, I would bring those down just a little bit.
That was
creeping
the
up a
next
little
thing
bit.
I was gonna say. Is just bring those cheeks down to about there,
Just a little bit.
just by the mustache there.
They don't look bad. I think it would look more complete and kind of go for that more dapper style that he's kind of wearing right now.
Yeah.
I think it would look a little bit better with that. Or not natural cheek lines, the structured cheek lines.
That's gonna be my suggestion. So that's what I would do personally if I had that look.
Yeah, and I think he mentioned something about the idea of going down to like a one guard on the side and top. And
Not the top.
Not the top?
Just the
Not
side.
just the side. Oh, yeah, I mean,
I would not take the top.
I think that's what he was. If he was saying that in the email, my thought was, I was going to ask why.
Yeah, I think he's got it down right now.
I think your hair, the hair on the top of your head looks awesome. I like this hairstyle, and you actually
it looks really good.
Looks really good. And if you wanted to, you could even, I think even maybe like if you wanted to spice it up a little bit, you could even go for, I know maybe undercut's kind of on its way out, but I think a really nice like faded undercut would look really, really cool on this guy.
Okay, I could get behind that.
Not too long of an undercut, but just something that's like sophisticated and clean.
Mm-hmm. Kind of more of a executive contour mixed with an undercut, I'd say.
Yeah. Kind of like Brad Pitt.
Has he got a side profile picture, Josh?
No, this was the only.
This is the only one I sent in.
Yeah, okay. I think the because of the shape of his head goes there and then goes like that.
Yeah,
so I think it's nicer if he just grew the side a little bit longer, but keep it short right down here. So keep it all in a one or even half around here to the sides, but it really needs to let grow that corner there.
Yeah,
a little bit. But I think don't go one on the top. I think you got the good hair for the shape of your face.
And it's a little hard to see in this photo too, but the neckline, I don't know if you're trimming the neckline.
I think it's going natural because I remember Don was saying that he wants to potentially grow out his beard.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you're cleaning up the neckline, my only, based on this photo here that we're seeing, because it's the only photo we have to work with, is you might be going a little too high. And you don't want to have too much of your neck exposed there.
Yeah, I see that.
I would, the rule of thumb is 1 to maybe 2 finger lengths above the Adam's apple, but avoid the temptation to go any higher than that.
Face beard.
Some guys tend to, and this is not in Don's case because again, this is the only photo we have to work with. But some guys, if they end up having like not a double chin, but just a little fuller chin.
Just something a little bit
They
fuller
end up
underneath.
trimming their beard a little too short to compensate for that, and that's not necessary. Absolutely not necessary. That's one of the things that should go away in 2019.
Yeah, George Lucas does that. Look up a picture of George Lucas.
Yeah, George Lucas does that.
He wears a
Please
face
don't.
beard like that.
Yeah.
You won't like what you see.
And I'm not saying that that's Don's case, but just general
no.
feedback for anybody out there listening, and based on the photo we have to work with here, that would be my also. I would add that too.
Yeah.
Just in case. Yeah.
Add a little V to the tash as well.
I think there's already one in there.
Yeah, just
a little bit deeper.
And come up a tiny bit. I think you look super.
Good deal. All right, Don. That being said, style consultation number 3 in the bag. If we had a gong, we'd ring one.
Dong.
Oh.
Don.
Now, guys, what did we say about keeping your clothes on? Seriously. Come on. All right. Who do we have?
All right. His name is
Slurpity Derp.
Slurp Derp.
I thought you were having a laugh.
Yeah, so did I. And then I looked and it is.
Say Slurpity Derp.
Wow.
Hey Beardbrand, love your videos. I'm from South Africa and 18 years old.
Okay.
Recently finished high school. Schools here don't let you grow facial hair. Old school uniform and everything.
Lame.
Yeah.
I've been there.
This is the longest my beard has gotten, 30 days.
Okay.
I'm hoping to grow longer, but I don't know if my cheeks will develop yet.
Okay.
Any advice on styles?
Sure.
Or should I wait till 90 days to get any advice?
All right.
That's great.
Why don't I describe our buddy Slurpity Derp? So Slurpity Derp, straight away, put on a goddamn shirt. No, I'm just kidding. He actually looks like he works out, so he's good. I mean it. Slurpity Derp is a man who's a strapping young man of 18 years old, rocking sort of a Hollywoodian beginning style beard, okay? 30 days, not a ton of growth, especially at 18 years old. There's a complete disconnect between the mustache and the strongest part of the beard, which is the goatee. A little bit of hair, just a little bit on the where a sideburn would connect into the beard, almost like where you'd call the heel of the beard, like where your jaw starts. Just barely any hair right there. And then you've got a little bit of hair on the sideburn. we're just focusing on the beard. That's all he really wants for advice. Oh, he's wearing a beanie. I just realized
Yeah,
that. I thought
he's
that was
wearing a
his
beanie.
hair. Okay. All right. That's all right. Whatever.
It looks like it's pretty long on top.
Yeah, I think it's all underneath that beanie. Anyway, so at 30 days of length, it looks like he's actually gotten some good growth, especially for 18. But he's seeing that growth pattern that we see in the 1 or 2 places of younger guys, right? They either get the mustache and the chin, or they get the cheeks and the neck, and then like no mustache and maybe a little bit on the chin.
Yeah.
Okay. So he wants some styles, and I mean the one that immediately jumps out to me is Van Dyke, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you agree on that one?
You know, number one, you got to take into consideration Slurpity Derp is your age, man.
Yeah.
When I was 19, and I'm going to throw myself right in the same boat with you. I have a patchy beard. This is a classic patchy beard,
Yeah, man.
and a lot of it is because of your age right now. Will you have a full beard? Will you be able to grow a big mustache and a big beard and get the Carlos Costa beard? We don't know. The truth is
early
that
to tell.
it's too early to tell, and
Yeah.
and you got to look at your genetics, look at your dad and your mom's mom, and all that good stuff. Well, not your mom's mom, but your dad's
like,
dad
what are
and
you
your
talking
mom's
about,
dad, and see if they were able to grow beards. If you don't have access to that, that's cool, man. Just what I would say is grow it out, like you said. Should you go for the 90 days? Yeah, man, you could.
it a shot.
But if you can't, and you get to that 90 days. I think this style right here is perfectly fine on you, man. And I think it looks rad. It's a patchy beard, but it's kind of a cool, it's like a cool rough look. If I had to put it a certain way, I would just, if you decided to maintain this style of beard, I would just keep it relatively short and not grow it any longer than you have now. Just keep it relatively short, keep the neckline clean like you're doing, and then just see once you get to 20, your beards could possibly change. Once you get to 21, 22, so on and so forth, your genetics are going to be able to determine that for you. So the older you get, or you'll have to possibly work with.
Yeah, man. All right, I got some thoughts on this one. Josh, turn the camera back around to yourself for a minute.
Yeah.
Slurpity Derp, you see the style that Josh is rocking on his face right now? He's got, or if you're not watching and you're listening, Josh has got similar growth to you, actually. He's a little bit older than you, so he's got a little bit of a head start, okay? But he's got
Not
the
much.
mustache. Not much, actually. You're not that much older than him. Isn't that crazy?
No.
But he's rocking the quintessential Van Dyke. The mustache paired with the goatee. Pretty strong. Strongest area is the goatee, okay? And that is the same thing that you got going on yourself, man. So use that as the anchor of your beard. Do not let that mustache get super long, because what's going to happen is it can end up looking a little bit scraggly. I've been there, man. Trying to grow out the beard at 18 years old isn't going to necessarily yield the Viking beard, okay? So work with the style that you've got. I'd say the Van Dyke is fantastic. If you want to continue to do the one you've got right now, my personal advice would be make sure you're keeping an eye on the cheek lines. It can start getting little hairs everywhere, and they can look a little bit sloppy, like you're just not shaving because you don't want to. And you don't necessarily want to convey that. Intentionality is a big thing when it comes to growing a beard at a young age. And picking a style, especially when you've got some patches in there, is monumental.
Yeah.
Right?
And Josh, are you keeping it short intentionally, or what are you doing these days?
Yeah, so what I've been doing lately is I've been in the process of realizing that the strongest areas of growth for me are my mustache and my chin, so the goatee / Van
Similar
Dyke
to
area.
him.
And I rocked the mustache for a while, I rocked the chin scruff for a while, I rocked what I could grow for a while, and I realized that I don't connect right there, baby smooth on both sides.
But you've picked a style that works with what you have.
And so I
which is
fluctuate
great.
between either scruff or a mustache and goatee, or just a mustache. But I do intentionally shave the sides. I use a no guard on my electric razor, and that allows me to go about a week and a half without having to shave. So that's
Not only that,
pretty
man,
helpful.
you also you're working your long hair too.
Yeah, here, let me take out my headphones.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good look.
Yeah, Josh is rocking some long hair. It looks like Slurpity
style.
Derp is rocking some long hair too. So you can change up the hairstyle and rock the hairstyle different ways while you're working with your beard. And yeah, man, that's my thoughts. Carlos?
Carlos, you
I think
What do
you
you
guys said it all. I was actually going to point out at you and say you can take inspiration from Sylvester.
Yeah.
And at 18, man, you still got a lot of
Yeah.
time to
That's the crazy
experience with your beard. I would go let it grow for a while, man.
Yep.
Shape it up a little bit and then change it for maybe Josh's style. Just experiment, really. 18, come on, man.
That's the nice part about being 18.
You can have a different look every month, man.
Exactly, because you just graduated high school, man. Unless you're going right into the workforce, you've got some time to experiment with facial hair before someone like locks you down into a job that maybe doesn't let you grow facial hair, kind of like how school was. Use the time to try some new things out. Don't lock yourself down to anything.
Shout out to South Africa, man.
Yeah,
Thanks for
right.
sending that
I didn't
photo,
know
man.
we had viewers in South Africa. That's pretty
Right
cool. All right, man. So, that being said, do we have time for one more, or should we get into our special topic? Let's get into our special topic.
Yeah,
all
that's all we got for now.
All right. Hey, we actually completed 4 of them for once.
I know, right?
We were always like, okay, we're gonna have to save them for later. Ow, good on us. This is what we need to do. We need to get 3 people. We need to have you here. That's the key.
Soon.
Okay.
Soon.
That's all we're gonna say.
Soon.
Right.
So ominous.
I know that's kind of weird.
Soon.
All right. So now that we've got the style consultations out of the way, or completed. I don't
Completed.
know. Wait,
No.
it makes sounds like
We
I don't
got more
wanna do
coming
them.
next week.
Yeah, exactly. And guys, I know we've been getting dozens and dozens of these things. Don't freak out if you were not featured this week, and don't freak out if you're not featured next week or the week after that. We've got these things coming indefinitely,
Yeah.
So we'll just keep you guys keep sending your photos. Josh will pick them at random. We've never seen them before until today, and we'll just let you know if you're going to be on the show, okay?
Yeah, Josh will reach back out. Or he'll try to do his best to reach back out to let you know when you're going to be featured. It looks like we were able to see in the correspondence there that a lot of guys were excited to hear from us. So
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
pretty cool, man.
And hopefully, we don't have the comments up today. Good. I don't usually like to read the comments. Not that you guys are mean, but hopefully the guys that we were doing the style consultations were actually in here today. I hope they were.
I hope so.
All right. So with that being said, remember, we've still got the giveaway going on until 3:45 Eastern Standard Time. Make sure that you go and enter into that. That closes at the 45-minute marker. And remember, you do not have to be here in order to win. Okay? So, all that being said, let's jump into the actual meat and potatoes today's topic.
Man.
That is the New Year's resolution, or what were you calling it? Not New Year's resolution, but
I prefer goals.
why is that, though?
I don't know. Resolution just sounds like really weird for me.
Just too serious?
I think it's like a goal. It sounds something that I can set to achieve.
Yeah. It's
For
like,
me.
where do you want to be
Yeah.
from January 1st to December 31st of 2019, right? Rather than this year, I'm going to do this.
You can make a plan of your life and go, hey, I'm going to set this goal for this month. I'm going to set another goal for next month. And,
Oh, like smaller goals.
yeah, it gives you time to actually get to the bigger picture.
Yeah.
It's make out the year.
So, like,
For example, 2019 for me, be better than 2018 was, which was a great year.
right.
Right.
So that's the kind of stuff I look to set.
Yeah,
to
Josh?
to my
We actually got a message from James in our office, who does all of our data and stuff,
Oh, yeah?
about how to pick good goals.
Oh,
You need
okay.
you need to make them SMART, and SMART is an acronym.
Okay.
They need to be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time specific.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a good way to be able to monitor the success or not so much success of the goals that you set for yourself. And that allows
What
you
was the
to
acronym for that? SMART?
smart
Smart
goals. You
goals.
want to have smart
Oh,
goals.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very business.
You
I
gotta
like
be able
that.
to measure it.
Yeah.
They need to be specific. You need to be able to achieve them. Otherwise, it's just
Right.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Pointless,
it's
yeah.
unrealistic.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then need to be relevant to what you want to be doing, how you want to change, and then set a time. Like I want to
Yeah.
do this month, next
Within
month,
this certain
within this
amount of time.
quarter, within the year. Like just be very specific about the goals that you want to achieve, how you want to achieve them, and
Yeah.
that process.
So let me just open the floor to this. Like, what would you say your first goal would be this year?
Well, so I kind of align.
What are your thoughts on this?
I kind of align with Carlos in the
Yeah.
sense that I never have been one for New Year's resolutions.
I haven't either, actually, to be honest.
I don't think that you have to wait to the end of a calendar year to make
No.
changes in your life and adjust yourself so that you can continue growing and continue moving forward.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Resolutions to me, and this is just me, but resolutions to me feel almost like arbitrary goals. Like you set these
Yeah.
like not fake goals, but these like this is gonna sound harsh, but almost like worthless commitments. Where
no,
you
I
just
understand
you
that.
you plan to, like, you say you're going to change, and for some people that really works.
Yeah.
And that's okay. I know for me, like, I would prefer to say, okay, I like to reflect towards the end of the year and into the first of the year. I like to reflect on the previous year and what's been done, what's been accomplished. And then I like to look and say, okay, now what do I want to do?
Yeah.
And then what is it going to take to get me where I want to be? That can be physical, like if I want to work out. That could be diet, if I need to change my diet.
And those are popular ones.
That could also mean, like for me, I would, I'll be very vulnerable and say, I probably need to be a little bit more intentional with like being present in the moment. So many times I find myself distracted. If I'm spending time with my wife, we've been married for 10 years now.
Congrats.
So if I'm spending time with her, I'm working or
We're thinking about
something else, and I'm not actually in the moment with her. And I think that that's really important for you to be intentional with your presence. And so for me, one of my goals for short term and long term is I want to be more present.
Okay, that's a good one though.
Yeah, man. You asked, so I'm gonna.
Hey,
Here's my
I
heart.
appreciate that. Thanks. I feel like we've gotten closer.
No, that's a really good one. I'm actually on the same page.
Yeah, I would actually have
the
to
wife
say
and I've been talking about that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's quite easy to, like, you spend time together, but you're not really together.
Yeah,
It's
you could be in the
quite
same
easy
room.
to do that when you're in a relationship.
Oh, yeah.
We both work from home most of the time, or I'm traveling.
Right.
So it came apparent to us that sometimes we spend time together, but we're not really together.
Yeah.
Because either she's doing something work-wise or I'm doing something work-wise.
Right.
So yeah, I'm with you on that one.
That's a good. Yeah, those are good goals. Actually, I'd probably mirror that myself. I could use a little bit of that myself.
Yeah, I think another goal for me is, this back in November, I took some time off to go out and hike in California and Los Angeles with some friends.
My homeland.
Yeah, and that trip really, I knew it, but it really kind of helped me remember and reopen my eyes, if you will, to how important it is to take time away from social media, from television, and it's not bad. It's okay it's okay to be engaged, and I actually prefer to be connected, like to my friends, to my wife, to my family. But beyond that, if you're not taking time to invest in yourself,
Taking those breaks.
yeah, if you're not taking time to put things in your bucket, it's very hard for you to take from your bucket and give to someone else, right?
Yeah.
So that trip really helped me. So one of my other goals is to unplug from my phone and my laptop and TV, sports.
Yeah.
Football season's approaching coming to a head, and then basketball season. So I like to watch sports. I'm not a fanatic, but I do like to watch them.
Right.
And so one of my short-term goals is to unplug one time a month and actually hike.
Yeah.
And maybe go outdoors and spend time outdoors.
Just to clear the mind.
Just to clear the
Get back
mind.
on
That's
track. Yeah.
exactly it. It's just practicing mindfulness and solitude with your thoughts and kind of being alone.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong.
No, not at all. Nothing wrong at all.
Nothing
That's
wrong.
actually very, very therapeutic and very healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard that's great for you.
Yeah.
You, Carlos,
I think one of my long-term goals, and probably the main, is always be a better person than I was the previous year.
Yeah.
So every day I try to be better than I was
Yeah.
yesterday, and I mean just in general, in everything I do,
Yeah.
or to someone, or work.
Just
or
always
whatever.
improving. Yeah.
Just always try to,
That's a good.
And that's why in one of my social media posts of the year, I just put wiser.
Yeah.
Because I think every year I get wiser, and I try to be better in life.
Yeah.
That's good, man.
So I think that's my main goal.
Nice.
Good deal.
Jack, what do you think?
Oh man, I'm trying to be happier, man.
Yeah?
I guess. Yeah. I find that 2018 was a very stressful year for me. Yeah. So I've been trying to take a step back. Sit down, pet my cats every once in a while.
There you go.
Enjoy life a little bit more, not be so laying awake at night staring at the ceiling, going, "Oh no, what's going on tomorrow?" That sort of thing. Yeah, that would be my long-term goal, and of course, within that. Well, so I'd call that almost like a resolution, right? Going back to the resolution idea. And then within that, you have your little goals, the actual attainable goals, going off of what Josh said, SMART goals. where you can actually do and measure each one of these every single month. So maybe first month would be, okay, on weekends, no work, right? And then you go a little bit further. Next month you go, okay, once 5 o'clock hits, no work, right? That sort of thing. And then you sort of build up towards this greater goal, which is that resolution, right? So that at the end, on December 31st, when it rolls around, you go into 2020, you go, okay, I'm feeling a lot better. That's just my thoughts.
Once a wise man said, no means freedom.
No means freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? No means freedom?
I think I get it, but
it's
maybe they don't out there.
It's okay to say no.
Yeah.
It's really okay to say no. It's actually very good to say no.
Yeah.
As it is to say yes. Probably most important to say no, because sometimes you try to please everyone, you try to do everything, and you end up,
Right.
like you said, as soon as you started, stressful year for me.
Yeah.
You end up just being stressed.
Right.
You're not happy. You're actually probably not even working your best.
Yeah.
Or you're probably not being your best person to someone.
Right.
Like your partner or your pet, wherever. It
True.
is true. You just-
No, absolutely.
Sometimes you just need to, you know what? No, I need to take time for me.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry, but I can't do it. You'll have to ask someone else.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure if you're talking about work, you can ask people for help. I'm pretty sure everyone here
Yeah.
is able to help you.
Absolutely.
And obviously, there's different people who got different skills, so it depends what it is.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
at home, I'm pretty sure you know your home life better than I do.
I would hope so.
It's also easy to just go, yes, but
Yeah.
really,
But sometimes you need to think about
Yeah.
yourself and be able to say no sometimes.
just go. Yeah, man. No, I can't.
Not right now. Or,
Yeah.
no, sorry.
It's
Seriously,
really-
that was one
yeah.
of the best things I ever learned.
Was to say no.
No means freedom,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
And then when I got there, I was like, okay, I get it now.
Yeah. It starts
I
to make a
don't
little
have to
more
please
sense.
everyone.
Yeah.
I
Right.
don't have to say yes to every single thing just
Right.
because I want people to like me,
Mhm.
or
Right.
And then I end up actually feeling stressed because
Yeah.
I put expectations on people as well, and I'm
Mhm.
like,
Then they think that's how they can, continue.
it's just you put expectations on people. You're like, now I want you to do something for me too. But
Yeah.
just because you said yes doesn't
Mhm.
mean that person also has to go
Yeah.
and do something for you. And that's how I was starting to feel. And I was like, nah, actually, it's nicer
Take
to
the
say
step
no.
back.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think actually Eric Benholtz
Yeah.
shared something the other day.
Who's that?
Hey, there's a guy in the other room.
Yeah,
You can hear him.
I think
I can
his,
hear him.
his vocals are booking in.
He shared something the other day along those lines, and he said, every time you say yes, you say yes to everything.
Mm.
Anytime you say no, you only say no to that one option.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I did see that.
So
That's something to consider.
when
going
you say
into
no, you're not
2019.
saying no to everything. You're just saying no to that one thing.
Right, just the
So,
one rather
Just
than
a little
opening
change
up.
in the way we think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these are things we need to consider as we move into 2019, in the way that we live our life, in the way that we treat other people, in the way that we grow our beards. Why don't we bring it back to the beard? Because we are Beardbrand and we do talk about beards. I've got to ask this one, guys. I mean, what are you planning to do with your facial hair this year?
I have no plan.
No plan whatsoever.
I actually,
I mean, it's back now.
I
The
really
beard's
stopped
back.
thinking about that.
Yeah.
Like, I really enjoy my short beard and stash.
Yeah.
At the moment, the other
It's just-
day I went to Mahesh and
Yeah.
for a trim, and I thought, actually, no, don't trim the beard, just leave it. Just
Yeah.
give it just go with, see if you can take anything off, like the straggly ones,
Yeah.
and just leave it and clean the neck. That was it.
Yeah, it's looking
At the
good.
moment, I'm leaving it, but tomorrow I might wake up and want to take it off. I don't know. I don't really want to spend too much time dwelling on my facial hair.
That's
That-
what I'm thinking too. That was another big goal I was going to set for myself. It's like stop, idolizing hair and your facial hair.
In a way, I'm gonna say, I don't mean this in a patronizing way. I'm blessed to be able to just, hey, tomorrow I want to shave. Today I want to grow it, and I'm not the only one. Anyone can do that. Doesn't matter what type of beard you have.
Sure.
I mean, I'm blessed because I have the freedom to do
Yeah,
what I want.
absolutely.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's liberating to just go, yeah, I'm just going to change up my style now, rather than, I have to keep this style because that's what everyone knows me for.
Yeah,
Or,
I had the beard for 7 years.
yeah.
So I think when I took it off, I was kind of, wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So it took me.
It took some getting used to, yeah.
So I'm enjoying, I thought about doing the year thing, and then I
Yeah.
thought I don't have the patience for that, man. I like the barbershop. I like the barbershop experience far too much.
Yeah.
I like to go to a barbershop, get my hair cut, get my beard trim, even if it's just the tiniest bit.
There's something about it.
Yeah, I like to sit there. I like to talk with my friend. It's Mahesh, Josh, Charlie, whoever they are.
Yeah, absolutely,
in
man.
the barbershop.
I have a thought, Carlos and Jack. You can chime in, but
Absolutely.
when you say you don't want to put so much focus on your hair, do you think? Would you say that in being unintentional, you're being kind of intentional?
Maybe.
It's not the one to put focus. Obviously, even if I decide to grow a shave, it's still focusing on
Right.
it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just, I feel more free to do what I want.
Yeah.
Like, before I shaved it off, I thought I just had to keep having that beard.
Right.
Although
Right.
it kept going shorter and shorter.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I just thought I always had to have the beard because that was my image.
Right.
But actually, it ain't my image, you know.
Yeah.
My image is what I decide to have on the day.
And that's exactly why I say that, is because right now, like, you're inspired by keeping it short,
Right.
keeping your beard short. And I think it's okay to follow that. I think sometimes we get so caught up in, it has to be a big, long beard, and it has to be full, and or you have to have a buzz cut, or a really tight fade.
But the long beard was a kind of a big thing a few years ago.
It was.
Big.
It was like a status symbol for a while.
I think now it's much easier to like transition from short to long and vice versa, whatever. And people not pointing fingers like back 4 years ago.
Right.
It was quite weird, actually. Now that I think back, people just pointing fingers. I'm like, oh man.
That was funny. I think I was like 16 during that time. I was like right in my prime time. Like, I need this big beard. Like, I was trying everything I could.
And that, like, you're 16 already thinking of that.
Yeah,
you know,
I needed one.
I don't think that I don't know, it's not good. Not 16, I don't want to worry about my facial hair.
Yeah.
Are you mad? At 16, I want to play soccer, football, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to think about, I want to have this big beard now. Let me shave.
Mm-hmm.
No, man, stress too young about facial hair.
Yeah, exactly.
Forget that, man.
I think what my point was is about finding a place of contentment and finding a place of peace and solitude, right?
Yeah.
With your style, with your
That's
beard,
what I meant
with
about
your hair.
freedom, freedom to do
To
what I
not-
want now.
not
As
be
long as I'm
caged
happy,
by it,
That's all it matters.
I like
to
that.
me.
Absolutely.
I can get behind that.
I can dig it. I can dig on that. All right, and dig on this, guys. Check this out. We've reached the 45-minute mark. Randa, do you have our first of 3 winners? I'm going to put you in the spotlight for a moment. Randa's going to come over to the microphone, it looks like, and shout out our first winner, okay? Who do we have?
All right, winner number 1 is Trevor Martin.
Trevor.
Hey, Trevor from the
Martin.
Style Consultation.
I was going to say, is that the style consultation?
Wait, is it?
I don't know. I can't.
It is?
It is?
Martin?
Okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
let me check.
Wait.
Slurpity Derp?
No, not
Slurpee
Slurpy Derp. Slurpy Derp didn't give us a name, which is okay. You don't need to send
No,
us
it's
your
not
name.
Sal. It's not
Wrong
Sal.
Trevor.
Oh,
Sorry,
man,
Trevor
I'm
Bradley.
sorry. No,
My
it's
bad,
Trevor
man.
Bradley. Okay. Sorry. Well, Trevor
Martin.
is
Congratulations.
winner number 1. If we had a gong, we'd ring it right now. But now we're getting to the section where we're going to answer some questions. Now, these questions are a little bit special. We only have 2 of them today, and they're actually pretty in-depth ones. And you were able to pull these from Alliance, weren't you? Do you have those on hand? I've got my laptop there if you need to grab them.
I don't have them on hand.
I've got them right here.
But while you're grabbing that, Jack, I'll point out this is called the Alliance Show, just so you know, and the Alliance is a private community here at Beardbrand. If you're new to watching, if this is your first time watching the live stream, or if it's the first time you're catching this by way of podcast, then the Alliance Show airs on Tuesdays. But the Alliance is a private community of guys here that we have.
Yeah.
And it's a place for guys to talk about grooming, style, and the journey to become the journey of self-improvement, if you will.
Sort of what we talk about on here.
How do we become the best version of ourselves? So you can check out more of information in the description. There's a link in the description where you can find out more information on how to join the Alliance. Josh is in the Alliance. Carlos is in the Alliance. Jack and I are in the Alliance, and
I am sometimes.
Yeah. And so we would love to have you come and join the conversation and link up with guys who think the same way, and maybe who can share some words of encouragement and maybe help you on your journey to grow.
Yeah, man. Check it
Sorry,
out.
that was a lot longer than I wanted.
No, it's all good. We gotta remind people why we call it Alliance Show.
Yeah, man.
What Alliance is, because we seriously every single week people are like, "What is Alliance?"
Yeah,
What does
and
that mean?
I gotta make sure you remind me to give an update about the Alliance conference coming up.
Ooh, that's right. Okay, we'll do that at the very end. Be the last thing.
Yeah,
We'll save
man.
the best for last. Okay, so we'll kick off these questions, and these questions actually come from the Alliance. Sylvester started a thread in there, and we got these questions from some people in there. So the first one says, "I think I'm so confused about what a co-wash is. What is it? Why would I do it? Why would I do it? Or when would I do it? Do I leave it in or wash it out? Maybe you could address this as a possible topic. I see others in here that refer to co-wash, but I've never done it. Thanks." So co-washing is kind of not an acronym, but a shortened version of saying conditioner washing, okay? It's the idea of not washing your beard every day with beard wash or shampoo, whichever one you want to do. We recommend beard wash, but it's the idea of using conditioner or conditioner or beard softener every single day, or 5 to 7 times a week. And the idea behind that is to soften your beard, because a beard can get pretty coarse without any conditioner in there, without any beard softener in there. You can get it softer by using oil, and you can get it softer by using utility balm, right? But just to add that little extra bit of softness that you normally wouldn't get, you can add that by using beard softener. I'm all over the place right now.
okay.
So, in terms of co-washing, why would you do it? I would say because it adds that bit of softness, right? Do you co-wash?
No.
No,
I never did.
You never
But let me just ask you something.
Yeah.
So when you co-wash, like you put softener every day?
Every day.
Like,
So
but you wash your beard every day? Is that what you're
I don't
saying?
use beard wash every single day, but with the idea of co-washing.
No, but you wash your beard every day with,
With conditioner.
just the conditioner.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. When I had a longer beard, I never washed my beard every day.
Okay.
Yeah,
I showered and I didn't wash my beard. I washed this bit of the face.
Yeah, just the skin of the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do co-washing for my hair because it's gotten so long that it's like using shampoo every day can cause like it to get dry or just
Yeah.
cause it to like shed a little bit.
Yeah.
By using conditioner, it keeps it clean, keeps it soft, and that way I can still keep it healthy without having to use shampoo every
Yeah,
day.
that's the reasons why I didn't like to wash my beard every day.
Yeah, it can end up getting a little bit dry.
I like the natural oils of the.
Yeah, and when you do wash it, this isn't necessarily the worst thing in the world, but you are stripping out the natural oils when you do use wash, right?
yeah.
But when you use conditioner or beard softener, rather, you are sort of adding, in a way, those oils back.
Yeah,
And
I
adding a
never
little
tried
bit
it.
of
I don't think I've heard of it until just now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We have some videos on it, man. No, I'm just kidding. Didn't you do a video on it? No, I'm kidding.
No, what we
Eric
do-
talks about it pretty often.
So I want to make sure that we lay some context here.
Sure.
One is it depends on your lifestyle.
Yeah.
Two, it also depends on the texture of your hair and whether you have extra oily skin or if you have extra dry skin, and whether your hair or whether your skin produces those natural oils excessively. It really depends on a lot of different factors.
Yeah.
But as a blanket statement, you really should try to find the regimen that works best for your body's chemistry. Generally, and I think you nailed it, but co-washing is just, it depends. Like if you're out, sweating hardcore every day, or if you're working in a factory and you're around a lot of pollution and around a lot of dust, you might want to wash and condition every day. But if you're more of an office guy, or maybe you don't sweat every single day, or you have you're fortunate to wear a shirt and tie to work every day, then conditioner washing may be something effective for you, where you wash the beard with the softener, beard softener. At least we can speak for our products. It's built with some cleansers and some detergents in there, so it's going to keep your beard clean. Also, it's going to soften it. And then you can throw the beard wash in 1 or 2 times a week, just depending on how dirty and how oily your skin is.
Get out of there. But
I'm gonna
realistically,
try it out.
yeah, you ought to give it a shot. And I would say the same advice for this guy who asked this question is, you don't know until you try it. Give it a shot. Do it for a week. Wash your beard. Let's go 5 times a week with conditioner or beard softener only, okay?
Yeah.
Continue to use your beard wash 2 to 3 times a week, but try 5 times a week with the conditioner or beard softener, okay?
It's just like a different type of exercise, man. There's not to say that like, a certain dumbbell curl or
Exactly.
certain style of push-up is going to be the way that it works for you. You gotta read and react depending on how your natural body expects it to. So
Give it a shot.
Yeah.
If it works for you, awesome. Continue to do it. If it doesn't, hey, no sweat. Go back to using it when you use it, okay?
Yeah, man.
All right. And I think if you do use it, though, you'll notice at least a partial change in how soft your beard is when you get out of the shower.
Yeah.
That's the biggest one. Because then
Yeah.
you put a little bit of oil on top of that, or a little bit of balm on top of that, and, man, you're going to be feeling nice.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
So-
do we have another winner?
Oh,
Is it
yeah,
time to
let's
pull
grab our
another
second winner. Almost forgot about them.
It's okay.
I was going
All
to get out of here
right,
with only
I'm
doing
not
one
kidding
winner.
on this one.
Okay.
Winner number 2 is Dave Chappelle.
Dave
Wait.
Chappelle.
Okay, hang on. I was like, who's Dave Chappelle? Nice. All right, Dave Chappelle, if that is your real name. Maybe it is his real name.
What's
real
up, Dave?
Chappelle.
Yeah, could you imagine it's like the actual real Dave Chappelle
Hit us
watching
up,
it?
man.
Yeah,
Next time you're in Austin.
Let's get you on the live stream.
Yeah.
Or maybe we'll film you getting a haircut or something. Who knows? Or maybe he can tell us about co-washing.
He doesn't have any hair.
He doesn't have any hair.
He's got
a mustache.
He's got like the Josh. He's got a mustache and goatee.
Looks a little tiny
Yeah.
goatee.
Real small.
Yeah, but, even that needs a little co-washing every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want a little funky goatee. All right, so let's get on to our second question of today. So this also comes from the Alliance. This one says, well, I do love my beard. Wish my beard hair was denser. The place I've always had a problem with is under my chin. We actually get that a lot. I have the common 2 bare spots that are smoother than a baby's bottom. Over time, however, I've seen a few hairs start to grow in, starting from the bottom of these spots. Is there a chance that these spots will fill in over time, or am I stuck? So this one we actually get all the time, okay? This is not very unusual to ask, okay? And
It's a good question.
yeah, we do see a lot of guys under the chin have those spots, or, right under here, they see a patch or two, and realistically, we're not mind readers, right? We can't telepathically reach out and say, yes, in 5 years, that patch will cover itself up, right? We can only go off of speculation. We can only go off of what we've seen in other people. And commonly, yes, those patches do eventually either get 1, covered up, or 2, you're able to grow the hair around that area to pull Greg Brzezinski and cover up those patches, okay? I mean, even you, a guy who rocks a patchy beard, I wouldn't really necessarily call that a patchy beard anymore at all. You've rocked it in such a way that I don't really see any
It's still
patches
a
other than
patchy
maybe
beard,
the
Jack.
hair is pushed in a certain way. Right.
I think one, you got to just embrace your genetics. It's all driven by your genetics. I mean, when I was a lot younger, I wanted my sideburns. I was in high school. I wanted my sideburns to grow in, right?
Yeah.
So I would sit there and shave them, and they're just not going to grow.
Yeah.
It's dependent on your genetics. Number one. Number two. Dude, it's so weird. I see both ends of the spectrum. I see guys who can grow it in full and they shave or they carve out those notches.
Yeah,
on
a
their beard.
lot of guys actually shave that out.
Yeah,
You know?
especially like sports guys in
Yeah,
America.
Yeah.
I see them like, what are you
Americans
doing,
do that a lot.
dude? A lot of people want to grow it.
Yeah. So I think it just boils down to embracing what you're able to grow. We have a saying, rock what you got, around here, and embrace it. It could really add like a really cool characteristic to your look.
Yeah.
And so I've said this before, and don't make fun of me, but I have grown out my beard for an entire year. I've done the year before, and when I grew it out, I had those patches never filled in.
Yeah.
And I just kind of became happy. I actually enjoyed it. I actually prefer it. I prefer the beard I have, not the beard I don't have.
Yeah.
And so I think if you can get to that place mentally, it'll be a little
That's
easier
where he's at.
to work with.
Yeah. It's one of those things like we've always wished for what we don't have, right?
Yeah.
And that never becomes more apparent than like with a beard. Everyone always wants the beard that they don't have, right?
Yeah, I always get what I wish for.
Yeah, you with the full beard.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Thanks, Carlos.
I don't. I
You're
really
not
don't.
invited back next week.
I really don't.
But
that really would be amazing.
but yeah, man. So like I said, we can't necessarily reach out and say exactly what will happen to you. You said that a few hairs are starting to grow in. Hey, maybe those hairs will get some friends and they'll start having more hairs grow there. And sure enough, that whole spot will fill up. But we can't necessarily say it'll be set in stone. I'd say continue to let it grow out. If you're not digging it, if it's starting to look a little patchy or a little bit unkempt, shave it off for right now. Try again later. You only have more chances. Okay?
Yeah, and speaking of never getting what we wish for, Jack got some lines cut right here on
Oh,
the side
that's
of
right.
his
Is
head.
it time to talk about that? Yeah, you guys get a little sneak peek into next week's video. We went to a barber this morning that was he was awesome. I actually really enjoyed having a cut by this guy. I'd seen him. You may have seen him. His name's Antonio. He was down at South Austin Barbershops. If you guys remember Ricky, who cut my hair last, he was the guy that was across from Ricky. Okay.
He's pretty well traveled, man.
Yeah.
Florida, Ohio.
That was the weirdest. Actually cut hair at a place that I went to when I was in college. I thought that was the weirdest thing.
Pretty
I was
cool,
like,
man.
oh, how about that?
Shout out to Antonio. You'll get to see him and meet him next week.
Yeah,
so.
he's a really cool guy, and I'm hoping to get him on the channel more often.
Yeah.
He was a very, very nice guy. But yeah, I tried out something that we've never featured on Beardbrand before, and I got some lines carved into the side of my head. I don't know if you guys can see.
Scratches.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Sarah.
I got some scratches. Yeah, I don't know if my girlfriend's watching this right now. I left the house last night, or I didn't leave the house last night. I came home yesterday, and I just told her, I'm like, listen, honey, I'm gonna do something a little different tomorrow, and
Don't be mad.
yeah, I'm like, listen, you probably won't like it, but it's hair; it'll grow back.
It's content, all right?
It looks
Leave me
awesome,
alone.
man. I
Yeah,
like it. It
I
looks
need to
good.
make a good video.
Easy fix.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it looks good.
Shave it off.
I was actually, if I didn't think of all this through, I was gonna hope to go home today and say he screwed up, and say like, oh no, he slipped, or Sylvester bumped into him while we were filming it, or something.
Man.
But no, actually, I do dig it, and it was actually going to be a lot more dramatic with the carvings that I was going to do in the side of the head. But I think the second I sat down, I started thinking about it. I'm like, let's do baby steps first. Let's not go
Yeah.
all in, because this guy's actually done some impressive stuff. He did this kid 2 weeks ago, carved a Batman symbol into the back of his
Why didn't you
head.
get the Beardbrand symbol?
Oh.
I should have gotten the
damn.
Beardbrand, so that'll be next. I'll do that next time, and then Sarah will really, really hate me. Yeah. That'll be, actually, no, we'll film you getting the
man.
Beardbrand symbol cut into your head. Yeah.
Uh,
No.
not really my thing.
Not yours bag. All right, we'll glue some hair onto you and then
There you
shave
go.
it in.
There you
There we
go.
go. All right. Or we'll get a mannequin and we'll shave it into that. Either way. We'll figure something out. But we've come up to the last part of the show. Randa, do we have a third winner? I can see you typing furiously over there. Are you okay? Are you going to be okay? All right. We've got
I'm
winner
good,
number
I'm
3
good,
on
I'm good,
deck.
I'm good. Okay, so much like said earlier, we have another Trevor as the winner. It's going to be Trevor Bradley.
Hey! There's the first Trevor that we did the style consultation for.
Yeah.
Trevor.
Yeah.
The 2 Trevors and the always lovely Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Watch that actually be his real name, and I'm just being a jackass.
Oh, man.
All right, I'm sorry if that is actually your real name, or if you actually are the real Dave Chappelle.
That's awesome.
So,
Either way.
I
Who
love
cares?
love your show, man. Anyway, so you were going to talk about the conference. Is that something that we still have time for?
Yeah. I'll just.
You want
There's
to
more.
hint at that because we're at our time. but
Yeah,
we can
we're
go
out
a
of
little bit
time,
over.
but I just want to make sure to mention we've got, so every year we host a celebration by Beardbrand.
Yes,
It
we
is
do.
in the month of March, and last year, just go to, we referenced this a little earlier in the show, but go to our YouTube channel. Obviously, you're already there, or you're already there. If you're watching
Unless
this,
you're wa-
you're
listen-
already there.
unless you're listening to this.
Unless you're in the podcast, go over to our Beardbrand YouTube channel. Type in CXBB, Beardbrand CXBB. And so Mahesh, I won't give all the details, but Mahesh is coming in maybe, and then maybe another visitor barber. Anyway,
Don't spoil everything.
Yeah.
I'll give you
don't-
more
don't give
information.
everything away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've got more information coming your way. I just wanted to mention it, get it on your radar,
Yeah.
start getting ready to plan because it's a coming.
If you thought it was cool
Party
last
with
year.
us.
Yeah,
man.
come
If
party
you thought
with
it was
us,
cool
man.
last year. Just wait till this year. Break out that sailor hat again. All right. Yeah, you remember the one.
I remember the sailor hat.
All right, and with that being said, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations to our 3 winners. Thank you to everyone who sent in pictures for the style consultations. And guys, thank you so much for being such a lovely audience. And Sylvester, Carlos, Josh, Randa, whoever else is yelling in there in that other room. Thanks for being a part of this. It's been a wonderful time. It's been a great first episode of 2019. Until we see you guys next time, hey, keep on growing.
Keep on growing.
See ya.
Stay cool.
Yeah, guys. Nice. 2019 first episode is back.